White House advisor says President Trump is on board to host the rapper during a White House summit on race relations.
Here to tell us is that advisor himself, pastor of New Revival Center and CEO of the National Diversity Coalition for Trump, Dr. Darrell Scott. Doctor, thanks for being here this morning. So the question really is what happened with Kanye West, is it a tipping point, a turning point for the black community, for the relations with this White House? You certainly think that it's an opportunity. What do you think?
I think it is. You know, the fact that the president's poll numbers doubled in 1 week among African-American males as a direct result of Kanye West expressing his like for the president shows that, you know, the African-American community is not against the president. You have to understand, courage inspires courage. Fearlessness inspires fearlessness. There's a silent minority out there of African Americans. I remember during the campaign, I called them the incog Negroes. These were those that supported the president, but they weren't vocal about it simply because they did not want the pushback. Everyone doesn't want to argue and fight over their candidate of choice. But when Kanye West came out, it emboldened others to say, listen, I hear what he's saying. I can't think for myself. I have a right to express myself, and it's reflecting in those poll numbers. And so I'm very optimistic about this, once again, leading to the healing of this racial divide that is in this nation that is politically inspired.
Well, not everyone agrees with you on that. One of those people on another network, Don Lemon, had this to say about President Trump. Take a listen.
Critical thinking is important as a journalist. And if you cannot surmise that this president, if he's not racist, he is certainly racist adjacent.
Your thoughts?
Listen, if Kanye West had said he hated President Trump, Don Lemon would have invited him on his program. Anything this anti-Trump CNN tries to jump on it. And so I take anything Don Lemon and those other race baiters on CNN, I take anything they say with a grain of salt.
Well, Doctor, did you talk about a race summit or a meeting at the White House? What would that look like? What would be the main topics of conversation? And, you know, would Kanye West be invited, do you think?
Well, these are things that, you know, I had a discussion with the president. I broached the idea to him, and he was in agreement with it. He thought it would be great. But once again, now we have to get into the logistics of it. We have to date, place, time, content, invitees. There's a lot more to it than to just announce it and run with it. So ideally, optimistically, I would want to do it tomorrow. Realistically, it'll probably take place in the fall. And once again, these are the things we're going to have to work through to make sure nothing gets out of hand, that is done decent and in order, and that, you know, the principles that are involved from both sides, from the left and the right, it's going to be a bipartisan effort. But the principles that are involved will maintain their respect for the office that the president holds. It's not going to be a mudslinging, a fist-throwing event. We're going to have some positive discourse to try to bring healing. You know, the president said, he's a unifier, not a divider, a bridge builder, and so this is part of his endeavor to heal this breach that, once again, I believe is politically inspired.
It could be an opportunity for him. Dr. Darrell Scott, always good to have you on with us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. God bless you.